Welcome to Retirement Ramblings. I'm Scott, and today is day 275 in my countdown to retirement. So, after much research and consideration, I finally made a insurance decision for my 2025 policies. I decided to stay with State Farm and to lower my coverage. And so I increased the collision deductible on my truck to $2,000 so as not to impact the cost of uninsured motorists. I removed the accidental death and dismemberment, the roadside assistance and towing coverage from both vehicles, and most importantly, I lowered my liability limit on my personal umbrella policy. Um, and the combination of those items uh, lowered my premium by $917.78, or 16.2%. So that's a significant savings. And the deciding factor really was a conversation I had with Chubb. So I talked to them. Um, they specialize in really umbrella policies and really for high net worth individuals, of which I'm not one. So they first off started the conversation explaining to me that if I was there to try and save money, that wasn't going to happen because their fees are higher than most other insurance companies because their clients generally don't care about the cost of the insurance. What they care about is being treated right when they have a claim. And so Chubb is known for quickly resolving claim issues for their policyholders with minimal, I guess, aggravation. But really, we then got into a whole long conversation about tort reform in Georgia and the fact that what State Farm had been telling me about why the prices were going up so heavily or so quickly was accurate, and that Chubb said that State Farm was probably a little ahead of the game in raising their rates, but they highly recommended that I did not change insurance carriers and stick with State Farm because they represent, in addition to Chubb, a number of other agencies or other insurance companies, I should say, and the increases that they're seeing that are be coming in the next 12 months are going to knock your socks off, basically. So he indicated that given the way State Farm does their pricing, and the longer you're with them, the lower your premium or the higher discounts can be, so the lower your premium is, it would behoove me to stay with State Farm, especially if the main differentiator was just the liability policy and if they were competitive on the other items. And they actually were the least expensive on the homeowners. They were very competitive within, probably less than $50 difference on the auto policies in total. And then the real difference was on the umbrella policy. So I decided to cut the cap in half, which lowered the premium by actually 52% when I did that. So that's kind of what I ended up deciding to do with regard to insurance. And then because today is April 1st and I need to pay my final payment before the end of this week for my cruise, I needed to get the medical coverage put in place. I needed to get the medical transport put in place. So I enrolled in 1 year of Geo Blue international travel insurance coverage for my wife and I, with an effective date of July 1st, 2025, going through June 30th of 2026. And that policy is costing me $483. And then as I had indicated some time ago, for medical evacuation, I wanted to have a dedicated policy, so I signed up for a 1 year membership to MedJet Assist for their medical transport for my wife and I, coterminously, so the same July 1st to June 30th date, and that policy for both of us to be able to be evacuated from, for medical conditions back to the States or whatever, was $425. So both of those were purchased today, and then before the 5th, so by the end of the week, I need to make a final payment of $8,801.72 for passage on the Norwegian Prima, for an 11-day cruise that's going to leave out of Southampton, England, and then travel to Belgium, the Netherlands, Norway, and end in Reykjavik, Iceland. I've already purchased my airline tickets to get over there, and a hotel for the night prior to the cruise. And then on the return, we decided that we were going to leave Reykjavik and then fly straight back without staying over again in the UK, even though I've got to pass back through Heathrow on the transport back from Reykjavik, Iceland to Atlanta, Georgia. So that is what I've been up to today, beyond my normal work. And given it's the first of the month, for me, that means I'm heads down on spreadsheets for the entire day doing billing work. So I did that until I couldn't see anymore before getting started on the other activities. So anyhow, that's my update for the day. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below, or drop me an email at myretirementramblings@gmail.com. Otherwise, I hope you have a great evening, and until tomorrow, take care.